We'll find out, but speaking of find out, I think we should probably get the players on the stage to get them ready and set up for this upper bracket final. The two players, again, none other than RAPHA and RAISY. We'll be a little bit serious this time. They have been against each other countless times, numerous. I can't even count the actual appearances they've had against each other. I'd be curious to know the win rate between the two, though.
Last time I checked, it was a 17 to 20% win rate for RAISY. So an overwhelming win rate by RAPHA, as expected, because RAPHA has an overwhelming win rate versus everyone. And RAPHA was smiling and shaking his hands with RAISY. RAISY still super serious. He has his killer look. Maybe this is a testament to what's to come.
Potentially, yes. And RAISY was looking formidable earlier on. Very consistent. I would say more his old self. As we know he had a bit of a shaky start in the groups, but I wouldn't call it shaky. I think he was just playing.
Yeah, he was just playing, just trying to go for the awards, because he knows he can comfortably get out of the groups. As you can see, those are the awards that he was going for. The light god award and the rail god trophy as well.
The everything award.
The everything award. He just wanted them all.
Which does mean, though, with both these players, they're guaranteed a podium finish, so they are going to get one of those trophies nonetheless. But of course, it's all about that first place finish. And we just want to say again, thank you very much to everyone with the contributions so far. Well above the threshold and the milestones we have, but again, continue with the contributions and the donations so you can participate for a chance to get one of those jerseys, and it also helps towards the prize pool and the event. It was before, it was only the prize pool being distributed between the top 3 players, but now it's distributed between the top 6. So again, thank you all so much for watching and donating over the course of this weekend. But that's this matchup though. We will have the picks and bans live shortly for you all. And it's going to be definitely a spicy one to find out who's going to be banning and picking what, considering Crucible and XL have been slipping in. And speaking of the devil, neither this time round, as Crucible and XL has been banned straight away. RAPHA going for his go-to pick with the Corrupted Keep.
So RAISY, what's he going to pick? It's going to be Deep Embrace. It's going to be Awoken? Deep Embrace, okay, there we go. Corrupted Keep, Deep Embrace, very high speed, small maps, and then for something completely different, a Blood Covenant.
Still have Ruins and Awoken left, and that is going to be the final 2 maps, but it's the champion picks for me. We heard about RAPHA's strategy in terms of what he wanted to select in terms of bans, and it was always the Clutch and the Ranger, and he's gone for the Clutch straight away.
I wonder if RAISY actually goes for the Anarchy now, because he's a really, really good Anarchy. He might just go with it. Oh, there it is. There's the Anarchy pick. Surely a Strog again as a repeat from his match against Wenger.
And we'll probably see, well, I was going to say a Ranger ban, but of course RAPHA banned the Clutch last time round. So RAISY now being the person banning first on Deep Embrace.
Oh, this is rough for RAISY because he does not really play Athena. So he has... Yeah, he needs to ban the Athena, and he's going to let RAPHA get the Slash. So in hindsight, maybe it would have been better for RAISY to leave Anarchy open on the previous map, because now it means he has to go versus RAPHA's Slash. Oh, RAPHA goes with the Doom. Okay, okay. I see he's cooking again, he's cooking, let him cook. And RAISY goes with the Slash. Interesting.
Yeah, he was the guy who actually helped establish the meta on Slash. When he was on stream, streaming his Slash on every single map. It was once upon a time. Ranger has been banned by RAPHA, so RAPHA's literally sticking to what he said earlier on in the interview.
Definitely.
Getting the Clutch and Ranger out the way to avoid those 50-50 matchups.
Now what is RAPHA going to? Again, it is pretty close to what we had on RAPHA versus Ranger as well.
Now, that map number 4, what is going to be the ban coming out from RAISY? Let's have a look. As each player has about 20 seconds to decide who they want to pick and ban. Scale to be banned straight away. And RAPHA, what's his going to be the first pick? Of course, Anarchy, Slash, and Athena out of the question. It's going to be the Sorlag.
Sorlag is being played quite a lot more times than I would expect, since there's no Molten or Veil in the pool.
Yeah.
The beat. Okay, that's the perfect counter to Sorlag, honestly. And for Awoken, what are we going to see? There's not much left. There's the Gilsey left, there's the DK left, and there's Aizen.
And the Death Knight.
And the Death Knight. Wait, I said Death Knight.
You did. Sorry. Aizen banned. And now we're going to see what RAISY is going to pick first. And the little thing, it looks like it's going to be the Death Knight. And RAPHA, of course, barely any champions left in the pool to select from.
There are 2 champions, right? What is the... It's Kill, there's another one.
Trying to think from the top of my head.
There are so many champions that I don't even remember what's the last one champion left.
Normally I'm used to saying Aizen, but Aizen was banned.
Yeah, Aizen was banned. Was it Galena?
Yes, it was
Galena. Not in the best of 5. Okay.
So he actually decides to go for the kill instead of the Galena. Okay, that's interesting. We'll see how that pans out. That's if we get to a map number 5.
Exactly.
Because RAPHA still hasn't dropped a map yet.
That is right. RAPHA still hasn't dropped the map. With that said, I'm not even gonna bother with predictions. Because RAPHA has not dropped the map yet. It's up to anyone else to bring the challenge to him. He's just sitting comfortably at the top.
I'm just feeling stupid every time I ban against him. Well, I don't commonly ban against RAPHA anyway. It's only maybe like if we're in an offline environment, I feel like Venga or RAISY could have the upper hand depending on the champion picks. But we saw that with Venga and nothing occurred from it. So
yep.
Your predictions, you think it's going to be a 3-0 RAPHA?
I don't. Yeah, the way RAPHA is playing, I don't see him losing the map to anyone, and I hope RAISY can prove me wrong.
I feel like RAPHA will be dominant, not as dominant though, but I do still like he's gonna take the series. I'm gonna put it as 3-1 from what we've seen from the champion picks in the map pool. He's gonna.
So what's the map?
RAISY will struggle a little bit on Crop to keep.
What's the map that RAISY will win in your opinion? If you're going for a 3-1,
I'd probably say Deep Embrace.
Okay, I'm glad you didn't say Awoken.
Yeah,
3-1.
Because I don't think we're going to get that. Yeah, exactly. I'm glad that you realise I've got more than 2 brain cells. I appreciate that.
About 2.5.
2.5, yeah.
They're fighting for 3rd place.
I've only got to do a few more hours with you. It's alright.
And it seems that the first map is getting underway. This is the upper bracket final of KeenCon Barcelona 2023. RAPHA versus RAISY. And we're going to start in the POV of the American champion.
Venga did struggle against RAPHA in the upper bracket semis against him. Let's see if RAISY can make that difference. Using the Pika very early on. And then got a heavy machine gun, but got so much damage done with
How
heavy
did he
machine
hit
gun.
all of that? RAISY, he wanted to go in because it was a good time to go in, but then RAPHA just hit like 100%.
Pretty much almost deleting his stack or any kind of an advantage he had. The items only about half a second apart. And now going for that heavy. Hasn't got the LG yet.
Oh, RAISY didn't pick up that Mega yet. The delay on the Mega, which might play a lot into RAPHA's hands. RAISY still doesn't have more armor. He's gonna pick up that light armor right now. RAPHA picking up the LG. Trying to make his way to the Mega. He doesn't want to fight just yet. He wants to get the Mega and get this light armor before the heavy. So he wants to take some damage to pick up the light armor and then go pick up the heavy and be on time for the Mega. This is RAPHA's plan right now. Let's see if RAISY can counter his plan in any way. Oh, he sent him to the lava. RAISY might actually get the first kill. And RAISY, wonderfully done. If he was the one delaying the Mega, so surely he had the plan. And it worked perfectly. First frag going for the Hungarian player. Can he get the second one? Oh, his LG not quite working so well there. Managed to get away with his life.
Deary me. So with RAISY, even though he delayed that Mega, RAPHA would have had the advantage with the item rotation, but because he won that last engagement, he can continue the engagement himself instead, as he does take down RAPHA and will be able to get to the Mega in time. Does spawn in a red room, but will be a little bit too late, and RAPHA is well aware of the situation.
Yeah, I wonder how RAISY can continue his control, because now RAPHA spawns with massive stack. Already picked up all of the necessary weapons, so RAISY might have to play this one a little bit more defensive. He wants to pick up that light armor when RAPHA goes for the heavy, but RAPHA predicts that move perfectly and goes for him when RAISY thinks he's going for the heavy. Just 3 steps ahead as usual.
to come out with a shoddy. Does have to peek him, not going to use it just yet. Massive, massive stack in comparison. RAISY finally has the inject though. Heavy will be up next 10 seconds. He was waiting to pounce on him and may be able to clean this up, but of course with the mobility that he has with the Anarchy, but as the injects try to stay alive, still not going to do him any favours, and that's already 2 apiece.
I love the rocket ship just to make sure he can steal that light armor before the mega spawns, and he's here just in time. Just perfectly executed by RAPHA. And he should be able to get the top light as well. I'm not sure if RAISY got it just before or not. RAPHA's here is because it might be spawning soon.
3 minutes in, RAPHA with the lead.
Yeah, there it is. And RAPHA just controlling the whole map, as we often see. Lower light soon in RAPHA, and there it is. RAISY, no armor to play with, and since light champions don't spawn with any armor, he's not likely to see one anytime soon.
Mega is up, and RAPHA can delay this as much as he likes, only by a few seconds.
And this is the plan, right? RAPHA wants to fight for items, and RAISY wants to avoid fighting, so he can eventually get some of those armors. And RAPHA, so far, he's been having to rocket himself for every item. And RAISY is actively avoiding damaging RAPHA. So that if he wants some armor, he needs to damage himself. And it's gonna come to a point where RAPHA needs to predict where RAISY wants to run to instead of damaging him. This is the high-level counter gameplay that you have on Quake Champions because of the tiered items.
Yeah, he ate both lights, so you can see RAISY was just waiting for the one above heavy machine gun, but of course ate it a while ago.
Surely RAPHA's not gonna rocket himself 5 times to get that armor, so he's just looking for RAISY to do some damage and potentially takes him. And RAISY's like, nope, if you want that light armor, you're gonna have to rocket yourself like 4 or 5 times. But RAPHA finds where he is perfectly and gets another kill. He's just reading him like a book.
Suffocates so much. A lot of heavy machine gun damage done there. Using the peak as well doesn't get as much done in comparison, but still though, kept RAISY back long enough to pick up that mega.
It's been 4 minutes and I have not seen even a minor hiccup from RAPHA yet.
He's got this map down on lock. Could have been a decent rocket there. RAISY's finally got a slight stack advantage as he dives in, but stops it, go for the heavy 9 HP.
I think that I like the move from RAISY. He knew, okay, this doesn't have much stack now, he's fighting. I know the timing. I could potentially get something done, but not quite working. But the refrag by RAISY. This is some really high risks that RAISY is taking, and he realizes if he wants to beat the RAPHA this on shape, he needs to take those risks, and he might get another kill here. But RAPHA, he gets it.
Quite back and forth over the last 20 seconds, but RAISY,
I think it has
advantage. He's going to hold it back with the LG, but he's coming out with a machine gun.
I like what RAISY is doing. He realized in a straight up tactical game versus game, he cannot beat RAPHA, so he needs to go for these high risk plays, try to speed up the pace a little bit. Maybe in fighting he can beat him.
Quite a lot of damage out of that peeker. It's still coming from behind and does take him down with minimal damage consumed by RAISY. And again, look at the stack. Here he's up in a couple of seconds, full map control. And when he starts eating up all the lights again in the red room and above the heavy machine gun, this is where RAISY's going to struggle even further, as he's going to try and suffocate and put a lot more pressure onto RAISY.
There's a mega coming up, and RAISY probably just hiding. He doesn't want to damage RAPHA again, just hoping that RAPHA lets him have one light armor this time, but RAPHA not interested. There's light armor. Okay, RAISY gets some armor, finally. that is big in this game, because it's rarely happens. I think he got another light armor. Wow, it's Christmas time for RAISY now.
I know, I bet he doesn't know what to do with it.
Well,
apart from losing it straight away as the LG comes out from RAPHA. A bit of damage came out from RAISY, but nowhere near enough to create a role reversal and change the situation. A lot of damage coming out from RAISY here, but RAPHA still comes out on top in that scuffle. As now we've still got 3 minutes left, 6 frag deficit, but comes on in and now makes it a 7 frag deficit with 3 minutes left remaining.
that was a good attempt by RAISY, but RAPHA with he needed to switch for the shotgun, and shotgun he did. RAISY, again, another very high risk push, almost works out.
Comes in with the LG once again, uses the engine, but of course RAPHA's just picked up the Mega, so not really too much he can do. And he's just playing a similar game as what he did against Wenger. RAISY's put a little bit of a comeback here and there to retaliate, but of course with those lights being eaten up with the full major item control as well.
Honestly, RAISY's trying his very best and he's playing really well, and he's even trying to go for some very unorthodox risky plays to see if he can get something from RAPHA. But as you can see, RAPHA is just countering everything RAISY does perfectly, as expected.
A little bit of damage from RAISY, but every time he delivers, RAPHA just recovers instantly from one of the major items picked up, and the light. RAISY, well, if he wants to do anything, he needs to do it now, but at this point is an impossible. 2 minutes left and an 11 frag deficit. The only thing RAISY can do now is just keep the score competitive, but can't even do that at this point.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. Let's get some RAISY frags going, some confidence going for him, because I think that was probably the first heavy he got. It is probably like his second or third mega of the game, because RAPHA was just sweeping the map out of all the resources for so long.
I was going to say, whoever's going to play against RAPHA, potentially if he does make it to the grand final, will they ban Corrupt to keep over Crucible or Exile? But if you are in the grand finals with that one map advantage, I do believe if you're from the upper side, you're the player who actually gets to ban first. So they won't even get that option. You will have to play Corrupt to keep against them.
1 minute.
Oh, what a rocket as well. Used to inject. RAISY still with that stack advantage, coming with the Pika. A little bit more done, but RAISY eventually gets the frag. But this was a grueling match for RAISY.
I'm curious to see the stats at the end of the game, the items, because RAISY's items, they will be a lot less than RAPHA, and you gotta understand that they'll still be, a bit inflated due to the last minute and a half.
Saw them RAPHA still taking it down with a heavy machine gun. We've only got 25 seconds left of play. Comes up the LG, is going to make it 16 to 5. He's going to try and treat himself and make it 17, but with Inject coming out, looks to try and stay alive at the peak. She's about to do the job here. Pushing on in, finds him in the red room. Will he about to get it? Yes, he does. Direct hit. Nice little display of flair there, just to
17
finish the job. So that will be 17 to 5.
How many
in this
people
first map of the upper bracket final in favor of RAPHA?
How often do you see RAISY getting killed 17 times in 10 minutes?
Never.
Look at the item difference. RAISY has 6 heavies to 13 and 7 megas to 12, but I'm guessing half or more of that were in the last minute and a half when the game was already finished.
Yeah. Suffocation was an understatement, and the great thing was from RAPHA, even though he had the timings of the lights as well as the major items, he would always go to one of those areas because he knows at some stage RAISY is going to check the bedroom or the light above the heavy machine gun, and he's just going to go back and forth, and with the information he has required in certain situations which he desired in order to secure additional frags, at some point RAISY is going to slip up.
And slip up he did. He did start with the lead, but ever since RAPHA caught him off guard next to the power-up area, RAPHA just ran away with the score, and we see RAISY getting a couple of kills here and there, but most of these frags are going to be in favor of RAPHA. And none of them look that hard because he's just playing perfect.
It doesn't look that hard because strategically he just made it look easy.
Yes, exactly.
The final moments here of this first map, and if you are just joining us here at KeenCon 2023, this is the upper bracket final between RAPHA and RAISY, best of 5, and RAPHA just won that first map onto Corrupt to keep very comfortably, but he also did that against Wenger, but that's got to keep gone now, so we don't have to worry about that ever again. So let's move on to the next one, which will be on Deep Embrace between the Doom and the Slash. RAISY rocking the Slash this time round.
Yeah, I'm surprised RAPHA wasn't the one picking up the Slash, but he does like the Doom a lot. And again, I think this was the same exact matchup that Wenger had versus RAPHA. I think the first 3 are almost identical, except there was... I don't remember what RAISY played in the first.
I want to say it is identical.
I think so, yeah.
Because it just
was
looks
Anarchy
too
as well.
similar. Yeah, and RAPHA
the first
also
three maps-
made the same decision with the Doom, and that's when we were surprised.
The
about
first
it.
3 maps were identical, and the scores, I mean, the way the games are going are being pretty much identical as well.
It could be a repeat. I'm sure at the Maestro base they're hoping that it's not going to be a replica. But let's see what RAPHA could do here. What RAISY could do differently.
Oh wow, RAPHA's here. And RAISY just legs it. He does not want to fight RAPHA already.
Yeah, not just yet. It was a little bit of breathing room first. No rockets or LG.
But we know when you play RAPHA,
For
there
RAISY.
is no breathing room.
No.
He just wants to suffocate you with his item control and his pressure. RAISY finding a little breathe with hair. Oh, he's gonna go back to that light, but now he decides he has to go away. Can he get out of here though without taking any more damage? Oh no, he goes up in the jump pad. Great dodge though.
Actually, and now after that last rocket though,
that was great
Almost even
dodging
the stats.
by RAISY, avoiding almost all of the damage there. He's now actually in a good position to defend the heavy, but RAPHA still with the stack advantage. Can RAISY actually defend this heavy? Nice shotgun, can he get the kill? He does get the kill. His shotgun does not fail him.
it does not at all. RAISY still hasn't got any rockets, but not exactly necessary yet. You're trying to get a little bit more LG damage done, but it's going to be backing away. Picks up the lights. Heavy's up in 15 seconds. Quite a while to go. Still looking to recover. Heading towards the murder hole to pick up his 2 health bubbles. So now he's in a good place to maybe might not be able to get the heavy, but can at least contest it in a good position. But he's decided to leave it, which is understandable. Getting a little bit risky now.
He's just trying to get in a good position to shoot the rail, but RAPHA is very aware of the angles, and RAISY, even before he goes for the angle, he can hear the sound cues of RAPHA getting prepared to shoot back if he picks. So RAISY just playing very, very defensive. Now, to defend the positions, but as soon as RAPHA comes in, he's just avoiding, going back again. Because he tries to do damage, but if he can't do free damage, he just goes away. This again, free damage. A lot of damage by RAISY actually. RAPHA double jumping into his shaft. Can RAISY get out of here? There's the rail and RAPHA. His own rail is enough to get the kill. And as soon as RAISY, oh, that is impressive. RAPHA. Beautiful rocket rumble. Rocket rail mid-air combo. And the rail off the spawn as well. Should be getting another kill onto RAISY.
Seeking away with that health bubble and then managing to back off.
He gets away.
Yeah. Mega's up in 10. RAISY looking just to try and stay alive, but it does a little bit of chip whilst rotating back around. Mega's up in the next couple of seconds. RAPHA, of course, in prime position to bag that. They just wanted to see if they can get a little bit more done to RAISY before making that rotation. Wow, that damage coming out from below. Yeah, absolutely no chance he was going to be able to continue holding on towards that heavy area.
And again, as soon as RAPHA gets control, he just goes into RAPHA mode.
He is trying to employ RAISY without the armor. Yeah, this is a naked man as well. Again, got quite a lot of LG done, but RAPHA just ends up picking up the method straight away. Actually, LG's in back down below. But look at the HP from RAISY, and he's still able to contribute some damage throughout this entire process here. He's trying to clean up the heavy machine gun, but RAISY still was able to take him down and pick up the heavy.
That's a big one.
And now this is a chance for him to try and tie things up. Mega's up in 5. RAISY now around the heavy, heading towards top mid. Realises that RAPHA has positional advantage. Dropping on down, gets a little bit done with the LG. Look at see if he can hit the rail, misses it. That would have been crucial towards tying this game up.
Also, RAPHA just needs to avoid the damage and protect the TP. I like where RAISY is doing. RAPHA not expecting that at all. No, RAISY. Oh my god, I thought he was going to fall off the map. He gets the kill. Okay. It could have gone really wrong for RAISY there, but he managed to avoid most of that. Can he go back for the heavy for that?
Oh, yeah, he comes out again, and RAPHA comes out on top on 9 HP. Gets the heavy, but good thing about that was that RAPHA did burn the heavy.
This game is being really energetic. Both players are just killing each other off the spawn.
He's going to stop with the LG as well. He's trying to get away, but misses the rail as well. So RAPHA didn't lose any of his stack at all. And RAISY's directly underneath. You can see RAPHA's just flirting with the idea to try and get a little bit of damage done. That height advantage. Would have been a good rocket, but RAISY very well to back away straight. Back from where it was originally positioned. Mega is up, Heavy's just being collected by RAPHA. Trying to use that well to get away, but that was a beautiful rail from RAPHA. Looking to get a bit more done, but they're quite safe with the LG and now has that free frag lead.
Let's make it 4 in about a second. There it is. RAPHA collecting the Mega. Still 10 seconds before the Heavy is up. Champion is looking unstoppable. Oh man. Now he's lowering RAISY's frags. Oh! RAISY gets the kill. He somehow gets a surprising kill onto RAPHA right before the Heavy is collected. So a lifeline being given to RAISY.
Could say that. Still got plenty of time left on the clock. That was an interesting bounce. The Mega will be coming up shortly. Nice. So RAISY gets quite an important rail. Some damage with that heavy machine gun from RAPHA. Another great rail from RAISY, and another one. Was he going to go for it? But yes, he does! Incredible rails coming out from RAISY, and this will be a time for him to just take advantage of that momentum shift. Even though he's 3 frags behind, Heavy's coming up any second now. He's not going to just go for it, but he did do the drive-by with the rockets. Didn't get any damage done, but good attempts nonetheless.
Yeah, again, he's going to need to pick up that LG to counter the Doom's double jump a little bit. Positioning to pick up the Mega. He knows where RAPHA is. Good tribal damage. Or rather, good tribal spam. Oh, a rail from behind. That's gonna sound the alarms. Raise. Oh wow, that really fast reaction to that rail. Hits it straight on. RAPHA about to pick up the Heavy. RAISY. I think he heard the timing of that.
And the Mega's coming up shortly. RAISY just waiting to see where RAPHA's going to come from first before going for that Mega. Good try, Bolt.
Yep, once again, just like 30 seconds ago. Let's see if this time he does not get railed in this back. Good, okay, good time to go in. Oh, Tribal's doing a lot of damage. He has to get out of there. Get out of there if he does.
Good thing that light was made available. Good rail from RAISY just to even up the stacks. Both players just using a tri-bolt spam. RAISY just holding the LG, but gets away with the Mega. But how is he going to approach the Heavy this time? That rail's going to be so important. RAPHA's going to go straight on in this LG battle, but trying to switch over to the rockets. RAISY just underneath looking for another angle. See if we can just clean him up with a tri-bolt. Neither player wants to take too much of a risk, and RAISY seems to be more than tempted to just commit.
That's a big
next engagement, but this head, the rocket was even bigger though, misses the rail. Would have been so important to potentially gain that winning frag. 2 minutes left. RAISY still trying to clutch up from that 3 frag deficit. Still got that 2 minutes left remaining, but the rail was so important. Let's just try and go for it again, and the rocket doing so much damage to RAISY, and a little bit more just adding to the tally.
Yeah, that missed jump to the Heavy kind of costs him the item itself as RAPHA is about to collect it. Now RAISY left to defend the high ground position. Mega up soon. RAISY really needs this one clean. And RAPHA knows this. He's gonna try and do any damage. Oh no, he didn't grab by RAPHA. RAISY goes back for it.
I think he was hoping, but he just wouldn't expect it. RAPHA was more than prepared in case he did it again. But having the armor and time is running out, and that tri-bolt is just not going to do him any favours at all. Yes, he's actually got to circle around. So he does do that first rail. He's expected to go to that mega hole. Good rocket again coming up from RAPHA.
I mean, RAPHA,
and that's going to put a stamp.
He was prepared for that drop 3 seconds earlier. Just perfectly rad. I gotta say, at which point does it become boring to see RAPHA just destroy people? Because when he is that good, all we can see is watching him. Oh.
And he just goes off, just like that.
Okay, that was funny at least.
This is a little bit of a joke out of it.
Rockets are just so good.
Yeah, they really are. Again, the rail's going to come in. Oh, trying to give the fisty counts, but decides not to. Still playing quite solid and not really giving anything away, even though he's guaranteed the second map. But that's just RAPHA in a nutshell. 10 seconds left, as RAPHA will be taking map number 2 in this upper bracket final, which does mean he is 2-0 up in the series, and he only has one more map left to go to get a ticket into the grand finals from the upper side.
Exactly, this RAPHA for him is just another day at the office, as he is doing perfect play after perfect play. And RAISY did try his best again with some risky plays to see if he could throw RAPHA off his game, but that seems to be an impossible task for anyone here at KeenCon.
Just the eyes of control once again. Just Stamper for 40 there, just rotating them so well. And it's not just on one particular map, it's every single map we've seen him compete on throughout the whole weekend. And it's going to be interesting to see how RAISY's going to do in these next few maps. If he even gets to a few maps from what we've witnessed so far.
Yes. Honestly, at this point, it looks like RAPHA might just... It's closer to winning the tournament without dropping a map than anything else. I think that...
So I'm not too sure if that's even ever happened, has it?
I don't think so. The closest he came, it was at the Foundry, where he dropped one map the whole tournament.
And now it's against Wenger in the upper bracket final, I believe.
Correct, you are.
Ridiculous. In a good way, of course. As now...
Like, look at this. He was so ready for that push.
And RAISY just having a few giggles. He's like, alright.
Might as well go for a style frag, even if it doesn't work out.
Deary me. Visor versus the Knicks. I'm going to believe this is on Blood Covenant,
yes.
So we actually are seeing a replica of this series with Wenger.
And possibly a replica of the score as well.
Yes, because it was quite a while until we saw the first frag, and then RAPHA just started
being RAPHA.
Yeah. After
there he is. His name is now a verb. He is RAPHA-ing players.
He certainly is. We'll be getting underway very shortly. Same champion picks as well, which is quite funny in itself. And here we go. Upper bracket final, best of 5. RAPHA up 2-0 in this series. One more will get him into the grand final with that one map advantage. RAISY is to create a reverse sweep. Probability of that right now, super low, considering RAPHA has still not even dropped a single map the entire event.
And let's see if there are going to be any frags between the 7 minutes and 22-second mark. That's when we got our first frag in this exact matchup in RAPHA versus Wenger.
Piercing Sight's about to come back from RAPHA.
Oh my god.
Great rail again. Mega is up.
Oh,
another one. It's just going to try and chase him down if he can, but RAISY does get away. Doesn't use his Ghost Walk. Doesn't need to use it yet because he's not available anyway. And even though he's back to almost default stacks, so to speak, RAPHA's going to pick up the Mega and now pick up those hourglasses, so he has the Piercing Sight ready to use. Catches his opponent, but that rocket was ridiculous. Great read there. Expect him to go onto the other jump pad just to fire there for safety measures, but
and he finds him
again. He's going to catch him now, and yeah, perfect timing to use that Ghost Walk.
And I wonder how RAISY has any plans to counter this. We saw what happened in the game versus Wenger, and he did the same picks, and right now he has not had a chance to reply yet. But we'll see how this game goes on, because despite RAPHA having 2 good attempts, he still was not able to get the kill. Maybe things will change in this fight, and they indeed do. First kill for RAPHA.
That's not around the 7-minute 20 mark, there's time. Heavy is up. RAPHA's extremely weak. RAISY smelt blood, but knows he needs to go to his heavy first. Mega's up in 5. This Piercing Sight is going to do wonders here for RAPHA, especially if he's going to continue going down that rotation and actually used the Ghost Walk, and I'm quite impressed by that.
I like it. That was a risky play, but as we saw, playing standard and perfect versus RAPHA doesn't work, so you need to go for some unorthodox plays, and RAISY has been trying that. They haven't worked out yet, but he might just now. Then RAISY finally got a kill. There it is, 1-1. RAISY tying up the game. Heavy's up, RAISY. I think he realized that RAPHA has gone for it, so he's just going to collect the mega and then probably try to defend the rail. Oh, he knows exactly where RAPHA is, actually. Great rail, and another. RAPHA going for the rail, knowing RAISY's right there. Oh my, I thought he was gonna get the kill. That would be ridiculous if he did. Because RAISY was doing everything right. And even the fact that RAPHA almost got the kill, it's insane. Oh my god, the damage. RAISY is not expecting to get hit with so much damage so fast.
That's again good first rail. RAISY backing away. Fires his rocket. That was a great rocket as well to even the stacks. Uses the piercing sight instantly, and of course RAISY still has that ghost walk. Could use it aggressively once he chips away at RAPHA's stack. Heavy up in the next 8 seconds. Just rotating back around. RAPHA is a bit unsure how he's going to approach that heavy, but now he's got the only key required. He knows that it's going to be uncontested and he's going to pick up.
I would like to know what RAISY is thinking right now. He's probably wondering, how do I beat this guy? He knows everything I'm going to do, and even risky plays aren't working. What is the answer? Is there an answer?
Finding many errors as of yet. Mega up in 5. RAISY's in position, but tries to tickle the LG a little bit. Rocket wasn't the best, but it's a tiny bit of damage done. But the piercing sides, great rail from RAPHA again. No armor for RAISY. And you can see RAPHA looking to pounce on him once again. But will be catching him. Doesn't hit him on the top of that pad. At least he hits the second one. Looking to try and secure that third frag, especially up top, but here's the right and down below.
Oh, there's a
great ghost walk there. Going to be going for the heavy as well. Oh, he even gets with the tri-bolt. That heavy saved his backside. Oh, that would have been ridiculous.
RAISY, now he knows he has a minor stack advantage. He has the rail as well. RAPHA using the piercing sight to try and avoid RAISY, maybe get a couple of shots up. Not able to finish just yet. With the armor that he gets, now he's back. The armor advantage for himself. By RAISY. The play for RAISY should be at the heavy right now, but he wants to try and do damage onto RAPHA, but RAPHA is the only one hitting the shot.
Both players now have their abilities. Piercing sight used straight away. Let's see how RAPHA's going to rotate behind his opponent. He's going to catch it, ghost walk instantly.
What a great trap. Just makes wasting that ghost walk there is huge. Because RAISY knows now he cannot fight for any item that RAPHA decides to go for. So RAPHA just trying to use that information to counter him. And he almost gets some more damage there. And you can see RAISY just trying to lag it. Oh, the rail! Almost hits. Great on RAISY to be able to steal the heavy with that, but can he get out of there alive? Yes, he can. RAISY just pulled out a mini miracle there.
He's dealing a lot of damage defensively. Got 4 minutes 45 left on the clock.
With the way that RAPHA plays, time. He doesn't need to hit rails, and every time he hits a rail, he just must be so very demotivational for the other player.
Yeah, it must be so demoralizing for RAISY. But he's been keeping himself alive and distributing a lot of damage defensively. Again, he's done it.
Great damage. He did use the ghost walk, but oh, he misses the rail dropping down.
Piercing sight. He realizes that RAISY's just walking around, waiting for him to make that push. Won't be available. He will be pretty damn weak as the heavy is now up. He's finding a few rockets down. Sadly, doesn't get any damage with those rockets, but RAPHA actually missed the rail. But RAISY does hit one of his own. Gets a little bit done with a tri-bolt. But RAISY can't stay there anymore. Yeah, he's literally back to wave. But the problem is the Ghost Walk isn't available for another 10 seconds. Has picked up the light. He needs to get out of there. Will he be able to? A little bit of damage done by RAPHA again. He's not going to drop down for the frag because he doesn't want to give up his position. As Heavy will be up in the next 10 seconds. Eating up for lights once more. Realises exactly where he is. Was thinking about dropping down, but because of the rotation which RAISY made, he decided not to. RAISY does have to go to look at hurt.
Yeah, the good thing for RAISY is that right now the game is still tied, despite not really seeming like it. Yes, every chance he needs. I think he used the Ghost Walk. He's gonna try to attack the Mega. Let's see it. Probably with a little bit of damage. Sadly misses the rail. That would have been that would have granted him a great opportunity for the next fight. Doing a lot of damage, and so is RAPHA. Heavy coming up soon, and RAPHA knows that RAISY is in knows that based on that position, he can just get the Heavy for himself. Tagging 8 seconds, RAPHA. I'd be surprised if he doesn't just attack it. Oh,
Good rail from RAISY. Heavy machine gun comes out from RAPHA though, and he's picked up the Mega. Looking good in terms of stack. Right to try not to do any damage. That's going to be chasing him, uses the rail and backs away again with the Ghost Walk, meaning that RAPHA has a small window now to try and take out RAISY. Will not be able to get away, and we've been tied up for quite a while. Place tight now used. Heavy has been picked up. No armor for RAISY once again, but he's actually gone straight into him. Great frag from RAPHA, very patient for it. Trying to for a while, it's going to be able to extend it to 2, and there's only 1 minute left remaining.
Warning. And he even hits that prediction rocket. He just knows exactly what's happening at every point of the map. He knows what his opponent is thinking. He knows how to counter that. RAPHA just knows. I like how he's waiting. Oh! I thought the angle was going to be a little bit easier there, but RAISY use the Ghost Walk to get away. 30 seconds remaining, and RAPHA is going to play it safe for the last 30 seconds. RAISY, no Ghost Walk for the foreseeable future, so he'll have to try to tie the game without having access to it.
Yeah, it's just going to back away again. 20 seconds left remaining. RAISY really needs to kill him now, or that is going to be the end
of
the series. He rocket jumps back up and now goes back down to the bottom rockets, and he's just rotating everywhere, even using the piercing sight to know when and how to back away. And that is going to be it, as RAISY's realised there's nothing more that can be done to try and topple him on Black Covenant, and that means we'll be seeing RAPHA in the grand finals, taking down RAISY in the upper bracket final 3-0 pretty convincingly, and that is going to be scary for anyone coming from the lower bracket.
Yeah, I mean, RAPHA, even with RAISY hitting nearly 60% rail, RAPHA looks unstoppable. Hasn't dropped the map yet.
That's worrying.
Yeah, has not dropped the map yet. It looks like he's going to continue his streak.
I'm just going through the replays now, and it was quite, well, a little bit chaotic to begin with, but then when it hit to a piece, they were playing the mind games, the positional advantage, the items. Great place for RAPHA once again. And he is on course for taking the whole tournament without dropping a map, which has not been done before from what we believe, especially in Quake Champions anyway.
What I want to know from RAPHA is that he went for the exact same champion picks. And the game was pretty much the same as it went. So if he can, would he force these exact same picks versus anyone?
Well, I would if I was in these shoes.
Yeah, but with how well he's playing, even though we think these champion picks in the first 3 maps weren't so in favor of RAPHA, does anyone have a chance?
I really don't know. It's very questionable considering he did the exact same thing to RAISY, and RAISY's been playing very solid all weekend, apart from the Goose Waves just playing around. But
at this point, it's not even a question of does someone have a chance to beat him as much as does someone have a chance to take a map away from him?
Probably not, from what we've seen.
Yeah.
Oh, dearie me. Well, anyways, RAPHA has won the upper bracket final 3-0. We'll be seeing him in the grand finals with that 1 map advantage. And speaking of the devil, we do have him on standby from the interview to see how he feels about now being in the grand finals.
Yeah, let me just get right away into the questions. You played the same best of 3 against Wenger, now against RAISY. How was that? Like, how did it change for you in terms of your approach in the maps itself?
I think there were certain like fundamental win conditions for running the same matchup, but then you had to just be. You have to look out for very unique things that both players do. In terms of I think, let's say the slash matchup on Deep Embrace. I think Wenger opens up more shots a bit better, but RAISY is much better at running and hiding with her. So it's really trying to play around both those different factors. But yeah, I was just as surprised, and I was even laughing that it's the same first 3 maps. But yeah, I'm glad I managed to pull it off. I mean, everybody's been playing so well at this tournament. There's been so many insane games, so I feel really blessed to be able to be in the final because everybody's been playing at a phenomenal level.
Yeah, now that you won the winner bracket final, that will mean you'll have some rest until the grand final starts for you. Who do you think will be your opponent there out of the remaining 3 players?
This is nothing against Seneku, but I think Maxter is just on fire right now. I think it's going to be really tough for RAISY to beat him again if they match up. So yeah, my anticipation is to face Maxter in the finals.
Okay, and just one last short question at the end. Did you consider joining RAISY in the ocean at Deep Embrace when you jumped down?
I probably should have when the time ran out, but yeah, just a nice, funny situation.
Thank you for your time. Good luck. And that, yeah, back to Lethal and Ins.